Well, we're back for more again today. And this time we're on the road against Botafogo. This is a FA Cup matchup. And we'll see how this goes. We made it to the round of 64, which is, I think, a little bit better than what the board was expecting of us. And I think that this is a favorable matchup for us. I think we have a good chance here. So let's see what happens. We're in white, they're in black. So that should make it pretty easy for you. And by the way, this looks like we have sort of the better stadium shading here. Not too much happening here, just early part of the match. Garrincha over to Hussein. El Shewi now back to Kamara, Shahid, and that was pretty poor from Shahid. Fagan Walcott, who you see right there, is one of our many new signings. I know he's a better known Premier League player. We were able to take him away. I think he is the fastest center back in the game. Shahid over to Laner, that's an easy goal. I think that everyone was onside. We'll find out in a second. Yeah, they're not even arguing about it. So 1-0 Augsburg here, 5 minutes in. And this is what happens, right? I mean, the team is so fast that, you know, you blink and you missed it. That was not just a precision counterattack. That was a counterattack that took about 2 seconds. Nia here with it to Fagan Walcott, and his 4 for Kim Young-won again. This North Korean, who's 39 years old, is pretty good, isn't he? This is so unlike what we were playing like before the transfer window opened up again. Garrincha now with it, 4 for Kim Young-won, who's about 2 miles offside. Kim Young-won, I mean, he's so far offside, he's in a different country. Here's Nia over to Kim Young-won. Back to Nia. Fagan Walcott. Kamara. Shahid, Pedro Rocha over to Garrincha. There's Shahid, and boy, there's all sorts of options that we have there. He decides to shoot, and he was wide open. But so many options that we have opening up with this speed. Fagan Walcott can't quite get that one down. They're coming close, and I mean, we are looking good. We are looking very, very good to go. And it makes a big difference, as you can see, when we put pressure on everybody to have all of these fast guys right there waiting in the wings. Garrincha won the header, but he didn't find anybody in the other end of it. Staying with him, and that was good defense, but Fagan Walcott's header was not quite good enough. Klein, who's in there at goal, by the way, because our other keeper is cup-tied, so it's going to have to be Klein from here on out. Here's Nia over to Pedro Rocha. Shahid, 4 for Garrincha, and he can't quite get that header, so he loses it, but wins the corner for us, which is good enough. It's going to be Laner here to take this. Fagan Walcott just couldn't get over there. By the way, almost half of our team is cup-tied, so we have like nobody on the bench. This is going to be an interesting match when we get to the later half. Saddam Hussein, however, is not, and Saddam Hussein, of course, the great hero of Augsburg so far, well, probably my favorite signing of all time, and you know me, I like to sign North Koreans. But finding someone like Hussein who is that fast and who fits that well into our squad, just, I mean, I can't tell you how happy that makes me. I know he's 31 years old. The board is going to hate me for going and signing an old man, but we'll go with it. Here's Klein again to Nia. Fagan Walcott back to Nia. Kim Young-won. And over to Laner. Laner forward for Nia, but wasn't really all that well placed. Saddam Hussein, by the way, kind of quiet here so far today. Shahid. I mean, it's just that speed in midfield makes such a difference. Nia over to Kim Young-won, and he loses it, unfortunately, right away. But Laner wins it back. There's the pass over to Hussein. There he is. The only problem with Hussein, of course, being the Indonesian, is that he can't shoot, and he's so old that he's probably not going to get any better. But it doesn't matter. I mean, if he can get into that position often enough, he's going to end up scoring in the end. I mean, at some point in time, you get yourself into a position that, you know, you basically are going to have to score from. And besides, I mean, most of the team's cup tied anyway, so we got to play him. We might as well play him. And Hussein just can't win that. Shahid now to Kim Young-won over to Laner. Kim Young-won wide open and just can't get that angle right. And not sure what that was. We almost had another opportunity gifted to us there in the back. So it doesn't work out quite the way that we were hoping, but that was impressive. And this is the guy I worry about. But Klein is there to grab it. Hussein, can he outrun him? He's offside, but man. Klein jumps on that one. Knocks us down the field. Kim Young-won again can't get there. Laner, and Kim Young-won was offside. It was pretty obvious. Laner. Oh, man, he's going to score a lot of goals from those, I'll tell you what. Gatito Fernandez. Hatito, I should say. El Shewi has it. Runs into an opposing player. That wasn't that smart. Shahid over to El Shewi again. Down to Laner. Laner down to Nia, who's, I mean, he's just wide open. Laner is now wide open, and he crosses it, but unfortunately nobody's there in time. Where's Saddam Hussein? I mean, Saddam needs to be right there. He needs to be in that position. If he's there, he gets his goal. Laner unlocks his forward, Fagan Walcott, and he came close to beating the keeper on that one. I'm telling you, this team's amazing. Oh, we got lucky there. Klein got lucky there. That was poorly played. He went down instead of up. I'm not sure what happened. Almost looked like he hit his head on against the top bar. Laner wins this. Hussein knocks that out the wrong way. Thank you. 1-0 Augsburg. If you're not believing me when I say we don't have any players, this is kind of what we have. I guess we have 10 guys on the bench. Just going to take a quick look here and see if there isn't anybody else that we want to sort of bring in. Kavarn Williams probably will come in here, I think, for Saddam Hussein. That'll give us a little bit there up front. We've seen Ealing before. I don't know if I want to put Rukavina back on this early. I think we'll just keep it like that for the next little while. So Kavarn Williams can go get along with Kim Young-won, and we'll see how that works out. Nia goes back to Klein. Klein over to Fagan Walcott. Back to Klein. So we go back and then we come forward again. Here's Kamara. Shahid back to Kamara. Over to El Shewi. Shahid, El Shewi, Garnacho. Forward looking for Williams, and Williams just came on. He's not quite up to speed yet. Laner. Fagan Walcott beat 3 different guys to get to that header. This guy's the real deal. El Shewi over to Roca, but it's a poor throw. And it almost leads to a goal. Luis Henrique, fortunately for us, is high and wide. Williams has been injured. He's been injured already. He just came on. Yeah, he's forced off with a twisted ankle, so we have to take him off right away. That will bring on Samuel Ealing, and I'm happy I didn't bring him on before. Otherwise, we'd be doing something crazy like having Garnacho play up front, which is something we might actually try if nothing else works. Shahid looking for Ealing and just can't find him. Nia misses that. That's kind of poor. And Kamara has given up a corner. He went down instead of shooting, and I was a little bit worried there for a second, but I don't think that he actually went down because he was fouled. I think he went down trying to sell it. I tell you, we get better acting here than at the Oscars. Klein grabs it. Here's El Shewi over to Pedro Roca. Ends up going back to him. Shahid grabs this. El Shewi again. And it's just not quite staying up for us, is it? And you see how we swarm like 3 guys on 1. I didn't tell them to always press anybody. Garnacho almost does it himself. He wins a corner. Garrincha a little bit too selfish there. Really should have passed. Pedro Roca is not going to have a chance to get that. It'll be a throw. That's probably the end of this highlight. Let's see. Yeah. Nope. I was wrong. Lehner. Kamara in an excellent, excellent position. I'm not sure if he knew what to do with it, but that was impressive. And let's take another look at this. Kamara winds up with it, and the problem is he just doesn't quite know what to do with it right away. If instead of shooting, he passes it once more, we'd have their defense completely broken apart. Yeah, Fagan Walcott is fast, but not that fast. But look at him go. Look at him go there against Luis Enrique, and he almost is able to outrun him down the pitch. I mean, that's what happens. Lehner knocks us forward. Garrincha not going to win this. It's Nia in the back. Lehner. Pedro Roca. Oh, what a pass. What a pass, man. Wow.
Torschütze heute Nachmittag für das Team der Torschützen.
Take another look at this. This is incredible. Play the 1-2. This is beautiful. Beautiful. And there's that hesitation that makes it. Lehner hesitated for a second and got the defense off guard. 2-0 Augsburg. We've got a couple of those free kicks from close range. It would be nice if we didn't have more of them. Kamara wins it. Shahid over to Garrincha. I love how El Shawi just played that as calmly as he could, despite the danger lurking right behind him. Garrincha wins this. Lehner. And he's brought down. Yeah, a couple more minutes left. Lehner. Back to Nia. Pedro Roca. Shahid, and he just loses it right away. That was pretty poor by him. And then once again, we have them surrounded. You see how fast we are. We're back already. And see, that's the problem with Klein. That wasn't the best decision. But we're back already. It's kind of hard to run a counterattack against us because we're fast enough to get back right away. We just swarm. And he's looking for Kim Young-won. Kim Young-won didn't see it. That was a little bit of bad communication between the two. Two new players who haven't played a lot together don't quite know how to make that happen. Oh man, that was another great pass. Garrincha was offside, but that was a thing of beauty. Here's Lehner. A little bit too excited, I think. This is Pedro Roca over to Lehner. There comes Lehner again. Shahid over to Fagan Walcott. We maintain control again. Here's Garrincha. And he was offside. Leno de Freitas is the one I'm a little bit worried about, but he hasn't done anything so far, so we've been lucky. Get back. Garrincha again doing a little bit of flopping around. We've seen better diving here than in the Olympics. There's Kim Young-won. Lehner. Oh man, Garrincha had that right in front of the goal. I think he was as surprised as anyone else. What a pass that was. Oh. Yeah, over to Kim Young-won. And it's Pedro Rocha, and Lehner has this Pedro Rocha again. Yep. Pedro Rocha, and again, I mean, one more pass. If you pass her one more time instead of shooting from there, then you've got it. I was looking quickly at the stats. We have had some players who haven't played very well out there. I think Kim Young-won is one of them. But it doesn't really matter because we have been dominant overall. This is an away match over in Rio de Janeiro. Go down to Brazil to play an away match, and we come away dominating like this, then you know things have changed. Yeah, with that speed, ends up winning it. And they've gotten one back. Garrincha finally gets it back. He's finally onside.
Torschütze heute Nachmittag für das Team der Tischefie.
Yeah, he's onside. No question. Klein makes a poor decision, and it's really Klein who gets the blame there. Klein stays back. He doesn't have that angle.
Torschütze heute Nachmittag für das Team.
It's going to be a close one. Fagan Walcott. Another close match for Augsburg. Kamara over to Garnacho. Chahid. Kamara, Garnacho. El Shewi. Garnacho doing a little bit of trickery. He needs to focus on playing. Chahid, El Shewi. Yeah, there you go. There you go. 5 minutes of added time is not what we want to see. It's just like the World Cup the other year, right? Chahid leaves it, gives it up right away. Garrincha has been the danger man this whole time. What was that, Klein?
Torschütze heute Nachmittag für das Team.
All right, it's going to be one of these. Instead of looking at that, I think what we're going to do is we're going to look into making a change. And yeah, it's Garnacho who's been playing really poorly. Kim Young-won should also come off, but there's nobody to replace him. We're going to put Garcia on there for Kamara. Klein has been the big problem, though, and that's the problem. We don't have anybody to replace him with. But that second one was definitely Klein's problem. And so in advance of either penalties or extra time, I can't remember which one we have, we'll make a couple of these changes. Kamara wins this over for Ealing, I'm sorry. There are your changes. So we'll see what we can do. Hope that they don't get a third goal here with a couple seconds left. What was that? Fagan Walcott with a chance to win it, and it just goes over the bar. And so we do have extra time. Good. He's made 2 mistakes that have cost us goals here tonight. That's the thing that I'm worried about. I don't know how you guys feel about it. I always hate extra time. I'd rather have a replay. I'd rather just sort of just totally restart the whole thing and let's do it again in a couple days. Fagan Walcott is so fast. And we have another problem, don't we? Let's take a quick look here at Garcia. Now, it looks like he's doing all right. Okay, well, we'll keep going. There it goes. El Shewi. Rukavina, who gives the ball up right away. Rukavina then wins it over to Ealing. Chahid. Looking for Kim Young-won, couldn't find him. Thankful for Klein, who comes out and takes a huge risk to win that one and prevent the shot. But what was that? Why are you punching that one out? I hate to say this, but I think that Klein's days here may be numbered at the end of this season. I'm not going to get rid of him yet because if we win this, we have more cup matches to play. But this was horrible. This is the guy who I thought was going to be our #1 keeper before we went out and found, what's his name? And he's done it again. Danilo Botofogo ends up scoring the goal. So it's all gravy for us from here on out, pretty much no matter what. But, I mean, what was that? He goes out to try to make the catch. He hasn't caught anything all day. And then leaves the goal wide open right behind him.
Torschütze heute Nachmittag für das Team der Torschützen.
And we get one back just like that. Samuel Illing. I'd given up on this, and he brings one back right away with this great assist from Lehner. I mean, Lehner just totally dekes his man and then puts the crossover one time. Illing just has to tap it in. I mean, it's as easy as that. 3-3.
Torschütze heute Nachmittag für das Team der Torschützen.
Lehner, for all the complaining I've done about him, for all the times I've talked about how I don't think he has it, Lehner has really, really shown his worth here. The last 2 or 3 matches, he's been the entire offense. Here's Lehner again over to Rukavina. Lehner, Kim Young-won, and he'll take that shot from range. He's never going to be able to score that. He was offside anyway, and I thought I saw that out of the corner of my eye. Well, right now, I'm happy that there wasn't any golden goal. Wouldn't that have been awful? Klein. Kim Young-won. And I'm happy that we have an extra time here. Finally, it has some action. Usually when we have extra time, it ends up with nothing. And Illing had a chance there. If he had brought that one down, he had a chance to score the go-ahead goal. Here's Chahid. Kim Young-won. Chahid. Not sure what that was. Rukavina was flagged for being offside, but I'm not quite sure what Chahid was trying to do there. Strange decision. Just looking at this, Garcia doesn't have a match rating yet, which doesn't make any sense. He's played at least 20 minutes. Big and Walcott, and ends up with Botofogo. We'll let them do that all they want if they want to pass the ball around the perimeter over and over and over again and then take poor quality shots. Oh man, Kim Young-won. Kim Young-won was about a step or two too slow. He lumps this forward and almost finds him. Kim Young-won does not quite have that heading ability. That's why I'm telling you about speed, though. You get these guys who are really, really fast. They can start doing things that nobody else can do. And there's Rukavina showing us an example. Kim Young-won over for Illing, who's offside, unfortunately, because that would have been the go-ahead goal. He was offside, though. There was no doubt about it, and the call was right on. And this has me concerned. I tell you, that shot will give me nightmares. Garrincha. So where was Klein on that? Just going to stand there? The ball's right over your head? That was going to be another corner. I tell you, Kim Young-won gets stuck in like it's a religion. I mean, you talk about taking that seriously, man. That guy's getting stuck in all the time. Lehner heads this one out, and it's going to be Rukavina who heads this one back. We're playing now for penalties. I hate penalties, but that's what we're going to do. Karantina is offside. and that'll do it. That's almost certainly going to be the last attempt that they get. Rugavina, we're going to try for something here. It's over to Illing. That didn't do anything at all. And now we hand it over to the assistant, and we'll go to the team talk. And pick your spot. Don't change your mind. I'm not going to say good luck. We're going to need it. We're not going to be that much of a Debbie Downer. Here's Lehner to get this started for us. And it's saved. Now we can be a Debbie Downer. Now we can start worrying about this. The very beginning, you want to have at least a little bit of hope. And, I mean, with Klein in there, I'm not quite sure what to expect. There's Kim Young-won. Let's see if he can show us that he was worth the whatever transfer fee. Yeah, he scores. Actually, we didn't pay anything for him. I don't think he had a club, if I remember right. We're still down, though, 2-1. Here comes Rukavina.
Torschütze heute Nachmittag für das Team der Torschütze.
Garrincha is going to be in my nightmares.
Heute Nachmittag für das Team der Torschütze.
I tell you, it's Klein who's going to be in my nightmares, man. This guy.
Torschütze heute Nachmittag für das Team der Torschütze.
Yeah.
Torschütze heute Nachmittag für das Team der Torschütze.
Well, we must score here. We have to score here to stay alive. This is the way the football manager always does it. It'll always slow it down. It's Fagan Walcott, the new guy. I think he's 18 or 19, who comes up. And it's off the top crossbar, and that's the end. So that's the end of our FA Cup adventures. Man, this was a good match. Unfortunate that one team had to win. Like I said before, it'd be nice to have a replay. One of these days I'll get into the pregame editor and we'll make changes like that, but not today. I'll talk with you later. Bye-bye.